Welcome back for another episode of The Real Cinema Show. My name is Devin.
I'm
just trying to keep you on your toes, Devin.
You did
My
that
name
on
is
purpose.
I did that on purpose. My name is actually Rob,
I'm Devin.
and on the show we talk about movies. Movies playing specifically in theaters, right?
Yes.
So, Devin, for those unfamiliar with the show,
Yeah.
tell them how this is gonna go.
We're gonna start with our weekend recap. Where we're talking about
I got him.
where we start by talking about movies that came out.
This is going well. No, we're going.
We're gonna talk about talk about movies that just came out in theaters last week. Then we'll move into trailers of the week that just came out, and then we'll talk about movies playing in theaters.
I feel you already losing it. That's great.
Take it away, Rob.
All right. So, if you're unfamiliar with the show, we talk about the movies we just saw.
Yes.
So our weekend recap.
Yeah.
Devin, what did you see this weekend?
So the first movie that I saw this weekend was Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's new movie. It's his first movie in, I believe, 13 years. Starring Adam Driver, Giancarlo Esposito, I believe that's how you say his name. It had a good cast. It looked interesting. It's this epic sci-fi tale. Looks like he was trying to tell in a movie that he's been wanting to make, I believe, since the 1980s. I was reading recently.
Yeah.
Like it's been in development for a long time.
He wrote the script in the 80s, I believe, and over these last few decades, he rewrote, tweaked it, and this is the result.
I think he needed to rewrite it 50 more times. I didn't like this movie. Yeah. The sci-fi aspect of it was hard to understand. It didn't feel like it was explained well. Adam Driver's his character's powers or his abilities.
Yeah.
There was just a lot that I feel like the exposition was bad with how stuff was just explained and then just it kind of stuff happened over. All of a sudden there'd be a time jump and you're like, what just happened? What did I?
Yeah.
Didn't understand it.
Yeah, they did not explain what that material that he was working with was and did. No spoiler because I don't want to talk about any spoilers, but there's things that this substance does that is unexplained. It's like, wait, it can do that too, aside from building buildings. And then what it did then wasn't resolved. Like it was as if we'll forget about this. Forget that we just did this with that thing.
There was a lot of plot points that just kind of happened and then just disappeared all of a sudden throughout the movie. Yeah. With different characters where you're like, oh, so something's going to happen here, and then it just pans out and nothing ever happens with it. Yeah. And then it just dumped on 5 minutes later. Yeah.
And I saw this on Monday, which I saw it in the immersive IMAX experience.
I heard about what that was.
So right? it was like a limited release before the release, right? So that was on Monday. You probably saw the out of theater reaction. I did a out of theater reaction to that, and in my reaction, I say that I think it was a miss, right? I wanted to like this movie. I really wanted to like this movie. I like Dracula. I liked Apocalypse Now. I liked the first Godfather. I haven't seen the second Godfather. I know that's like a movie sin. But I went into this knowing, okay, you know what? It's getting bad reviews and it doesn't seem great in the trailer. Like I said, kind of in previous episodes, that it looks kind of cheapy. And it looked cheapy. It looked like a sweet old man tried to make a movie. But there were flashes of brilliance, I thought. But just flashes. Just quick. Like there's lines of dialogue in the movie where I'm like, that's the Francis Ford Coppola. But then it quickly is gone.
I thought
what did you think?
The opening, I don't know if it's the opening scene or one of the first scenes in the movie. There's this talk between Adam Driver's character and Giancarlo Esposito's with a bunch of press around, basically. Not saying too much. And I thought in that scene, there was a good stage set for what this movie could be.
Yeah.
And what can make this a very interesting movie about asking these big questions.
I agree.
And great debates, as it's said in the trailers. And then just none of the movie stuck with that, with what they had there at the beginning. They just went off the rails in so many different ways.
Yeah, it really did feel like an acid trip in the middle of the movie.
100%.
Right?
Completely.
And I believe, the character does drugs.
A little bit he does.
In that scene, so I guess it makes sense for why it would kind of be this drug tripping sequence. But it dragged longer than I thought. And I'm like, oh man, this quickly freaking screeched to a halt here. One of my first thoughts going out of this was, so Francis Ford Coppola, not only is he a great director, but his family is in the business, right? Yeah. He created a Hollywood dynasty. Sofia Coppola is one of the best working directors today. Her last movie was Presley.
Okay.
Or not Presley, Priscilla, sorry.
Priscilla, yeah.
She's directed so many great movies, a lot of movies that I really liked, Lost in Translation, right? And his son, Francis Ford Coppola's son, Roman Coppola, he's a screenwriter. He's worked on Wes Anderson's movies.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's written with Wes Anderson most of his whole career, right? And he was credited as, I think, second unit director or assistant director.
Okay.
But I wish he consulted with his daughter, Sophia.
Okay.
Because I feel like she would have steered him like, hey, Dad, maybe we should do this because this isn't really that great. Or, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because the whole idea of Megalopolis didn't execute well at all in this movie, of how they went about it, the debate, the whole leading up to it and everything. Just it just feels like, all of a sudden we gotta have it happen, and then just
just a lot of choices were just choices that I was like, really, I wouldn't have made that choice. Like, I thought costume design was not great.
It was okay, nothing.
Set design, I didn't really like. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple moments, like I said, that I liked, but overall, it really didn't work for me, and I'm sad that it didn't work for me.
You saw this in a Pat Theater, I assume, right?
Yeah, so I saw this in the IMAX immersive experience. So midway through the movie, a live person from the audience came out in front of everyone.
I heard about,
and interacted with Adam Driver's character on the screen. Yeah, it was a brief moment.
Did it work or make sense, or?
It made sense, yeah. And you know what? It's an odd choice to do, but I respected that choice because I'm like, yeah, this is something new.
Yeah.
He's being ambitious here. And I feel like it's something that, I would have done if I was an established director. I would want to try something that no one's ever tried before.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I saw this in Pat Theater as well. Not Monday night, but I saw it on, I think, Saturday. I saw it on Saturday.
So you saw it on Saturday?
In IMAX Theater, yeah. Packed theater.
I saw it on Monday, so before most people got to see it. Yeah. Okay, so on Saturday, Thursday, people could have seen it.
Yeah.
Friday, people could have seen it. So you saw it Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're saying it was a packed theater.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good.
I thought there was... The comedy in this movie was weird, and it felt like it was like bad, where like you're laughing and it's like, this is so stupid. What's this line that's making me like die of laughter? Like, everyone's laughing. I feel like I'm almost like train wreck lines of comedy at times throughout this movie.
Okay. I don't know what exact lines you're talking about, but there are some lines that I actually really liked. Like there's a part towards the end of the movie with a weapon.
Okay.
Remember that part?
I'm trying to... Okay. Sure, go on. I'm trying to think of...
I thought that played well for comedy. And then it quickly switched and turned dramatic.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was kind of genius. Like, I like that.
It was just a very strange comedy. And then I also felt like, were there multiple antagonists in this movie? Or you couldn't feel like, who's his, like... There's multiple different people trying to do different things in here.
Yeah, like John Vought's character, he kind of plays like a Trump type character. Yeah, there was Claudio.
Yeah.
Who plays Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he was another little different
character,
an antagonistic plot line.
Yeah, Yeah, there's a couple subplots where I'm like, I don't know where this is going, and I don't know if they went anywhere.
No.
I feel though that there is probably a 3.5 hour version of this that works a little better. What do you think?
I could see a little better. I just feel like there's so many different ideas trying to be put in this movie that it needs like a complete rewrite again. You have to go start from the first scene again. That's the only thing that I feel like will work to set up what could be a great rest of the movie.
Yeah. So 1 out of 10, what is your rating?
This is a 5.9 for me.
Wow.
The comedy, the bad comedy of where I had like maybe 2 or 3 really big laugh out loud moments for me and the crowd where I'm like, this is like saving it at best is what I would say.
Yeah. I feel like in this conversation, I like the movie more than you, but I have a lower rating. I'm giving this a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm being generous with mine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Megalopolis. We both saw a second movie.
Yes.
What is that movie, Devin?
The Wild Robot. There is very high praise about this movie before I saw it. I saw then your out of theater reaction, and then the praise was another level higher than I could have thought. So when a movie's like that high, especially, it's like I'm almost expecting to like come out almost disappointed because I'm like, this movie, there's no way this movie's gonna be that good or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great movie about love, about parenting. It's also about being different and trying to fit in. I feel like that was a great, strong message in this movie as well.
Yeah.
They made you feel a lot of sympathy for a robot, which feels like we're in an age where it's quite the opposite. And I didn't think they could do that so well and so quickly.
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of prepping us into loving robots. Like that's what this movie is.
Kind of does that a little bit, yeah.
Right? A little bit. But yeah, like I thought this movie was incredible also. I don't know if I said this in my out of the theater reaction, but it's one of the best movies of the year, if not the best movie of the year.
I think you might.
Did I say that? Did I mention that it's a perfect movie?
I don't think you said perfect, but I think you said it was your best movie of the year, yes.
And like you said, there's these messages, and I think this movie is actually aimed towards parents. Like I think this movie is for adults that is disguised as a kid movie.
I can understand that completely,
right?
yeah.
Like here's a cute duckling and here's some animals that talk. But the real story, the one that the parents are going to get out of, that's what this movie is about.
Absolutely. I thought like you said in your out theater reaction, the visuals, the cinematography of this anime movie is unreal.
It's a beautiful movie.
Animation's getting so good now with how they're doing it and taking different approaches. I feel like animation has done over the last few years with Spider-Verse and now this movie and other movies.
Yeah. And the voice acting in this.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize how many stars are in this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so many people. Lupita Nyong'o as Roz.
Yes.
I felt like I didn't even hear Lupita Nyong'o.
Because I feel like they edited her voice a little bit with the robot, so it's hard to, like, hear her voice completely.
True. But you definitely hear Pedro Pascal as the fox. He was perfect. I loved him.
Yes.
He was great. And then I don't know who the boy is that plays the little Gosling. I don't know, but I think he's gonna be an up and comer.
I think it was Kit Connor, maybe.
Kit Connor. That sounds like it. Yeah. I don't know what he's been in, but I thought his voice acting was pretty great.
Yeah. Mark Hamill was also in this.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is the bear.
Yes.
I didn't even know that till the credits popped up. I was like, holy shit, Mark Hamill.
I got reminded that he was in this movie, but I didn't know who he played.
Yeah.
I thought also the possums in this movie are hilarious.
Yeah, the comedy is great with them.
Oh my god.
And it's like, I feel like parents I feel like they can relate to the possum so well, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought all that was done really well. Any thoughts before you give your rating?
I thought also, like, when I saw the trailers, I thought, like, I knew what kind of movie this was. I was like, all right, this is going to be pretty standard. Like, it can still be good, but, like, I've seen this movie before. I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And it was just fantastic. I remember when the credits started to roll, I saw the name of the director, Chris Sanders. I was like, bravo, congratulations on this epic movie you just made.
Yeah, and I want to add to that. So I don't know if he has ever received his flowers, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't really familiar with his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all should be familiar with him.
Absolutely.
Story credits, like I said in the last episode, Lion King, Lilo and Stitch, Mulan, and the originals, the original Disney classics.
He directed Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon, I believe. Right?
Yes, I didn't see How to Train Your Dragon.
That one was a good movie as well, from what I remember.
But it's like, what did I expect? Like I felt like I saw a modern classic.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be a classic.
It's emotional. Like I didn't think this kind of movie was supposed to make you like teary-eyed and like want to cry by the end on the.
How many times did you want to cry?
Okay,
How many times did you feel it just swelling up
during the movie? During the movie, a couple. Or one time I was like, nope, you're good, you're fine. Yeah. And then by that very last scene and the very last line, I'm like, God damn it! And then it just ruined.
Yeah.
I heard the person next to me like blowing her nose in her tissue, like, how dare this movie? Like, how dare this movie be this good? Mm-hmm. She's like, I cried 12 times. She was saying to like her friend next to her, and I was like, yeah, this was a special movie for sure.
Yeah. So, what is your rating?
It's a perfect movie. It's a 10 out of 10, I would say.
For me, it's a 10 out of 10 as well.
Yeah.
A first on this channel. Yes. You just saw a perfect movie in The Wild Robot.
Absolutely.
That brings us, Devin, to what is our favorite movies of the year? Because I just said The Wild Robot is the perfect movie, right? The most perfect movie. The best movie of the year. Mm-hmm. So with that said, I'm going to give you my top 5 of the year so far.
Yes.
So coming in, so I actually have an asterisk one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna list 6.
Okay.
So The First Omen is at number 6. Mm-hmm. Inside Out 2 is at number 5.
Gosh.
Number 4, and I'm kind of cheating with this, is Godzilla -1 minus color. Mm-hmm. Minus color in black and white. That came out in 2024. Mm-hmm. It does not count as a 2023 film, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I'm adding it to my list.
I think it's kind of fair.
Longlegs in at number 3. Mm-hmm. Dune Part 2 as my number 2.
Yes.
And The Wild Robot at number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It was an easy decision. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's the best movie.
Nice. So for me, my number 5 of the year, Furiosa. The 9 years since the last Mad Max movie, Fury Road, a prequel starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. Thought it was a great movie. Awesome action set pieces and sequences in this movie. Yeah. Number 5. Number 4 for me, Deadpool Wolverine. It's one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, just great together in this movie. Hilarious time. I remember one of the jokes was so funny during this movie. I started choking on my popcorn. It was so great.
Nice.
Fantastic cameos all around, too, that were all done well with a great purpose. And that surprised me. I was glad I didn't get those spoiled. Yeah. Number 3 for me, your number 1, The Wild Robot. Teary-eyed, emotional movie. Just a fantastic movie with great messaging throughout. Yeah. Number 2, One Life. The Anthony Hopkins movie. This is another, could be a little teary-eyed movie. It's based on a true story. A guy who saved many lives around the start of World War II. A special movie for sure. And then number 1, your number 2, Dune 2.
Okay.
Another fantastic movie. Denis Villeneuve, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve.
He made an epic, awesome sci-fi movie. There's nothing to it. It's just a fantastic movie.
Yeah, one of the best sci-fi movies ever.
I think that's fair.
And Dune Part 2 was my number 1.
Yeah.
But The Wild Robot is perfect.
Yeah.
I think in every way. Dune Part 2, it just dragged a little teeny bit in the middle.
Okay.
That's why The Wild Robot is my number 1.
That's fair.
Because I was like, okay, I can't even nitpick anything with this. I can nitpick Dune Part 2. Mm-hmm. Can't nitpick The Wild Robot.
Fair enough.
So, anyways, that's our top 5. So, Devin, we are going to go on to trailers of the week.
Yes.
And what we do is we go on a see it or are we going to pass basis. Let's talk first, A Real Pain. Starring Jesse Eisenberg, Kieran Culkin, written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg. Coming out November 1st.
Yep.
What did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was a fine trailer. I liked the first one more than this trailer.
I never saw the first one.
It's a little different. Just a little more funny for me, I think. This one's a little more serious, especially with Kieran Culkin's character, I feel like. It looked like he's really going into some dark places at time with the loss of his grandma in this movie.
Yeah, he's going through it for sure.
That's a drama comedy, so of course it's going to have those plenty of funny moments, but then also those serious scenes where you're like, okay, let's get through this. We can do it. Exploring their family's past within regards to it being a Holocaust tour they're going on. So I'm looking forward to it. It's already got great praise early on, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes from 57 reviews. Wow. I'm going to see it. Looking forward to it.
I'm going to have to see it as well. I saw the trailer, and the trailer, to me, looked like it's going to be, an Oscar Best Picture contender. Wow, okay. Looks like it could be one of the best movies of the year. Wow. So look out, Wild Robot. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
Our next trailer, we have Elevation. Looks like a sci-fi thriller starring Anthony Mackie and Morena Baccarin. Morena Baccarin. Hopefully that's
she's not watching this probably.
Yeah. Coming out November 8th. What do you think of the trailer?
I thought it was a fine teaser. First trailer, I think. Doesn't give away too much. It looks kind of maybe generic in a sense, like it's nothing too special.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that this movie comes out on November 8th and they're releasing the first trailer now at the end of September tells me they don't have probably much faith in this movie, and that...
Or they're just saving their marketing budget.
Of $5. It doesn't tell me that they have a lot of faith in this movie if they're only releasing their first trailer a little over a month out. So
I could see that.
I feel like, it looks entertaining. I'll see it, but I don't think it's going to be anything too special.
Yeah. Elevation, like there's that title. Does this movie take place in Denver?
I mean, it looks gorgeous, the scenery in it.
Yeah, but is it like what does Elevation have anything to do with the movie? Maybe if we see it and I meant this, but to me it just looks like they filmed it in Colorado and that's why it's called Elevation.
It's a fair assumption, to be honest. It does look like that.
It does, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, the monsters look cool.
Yeah.
I did like the line at the end of the trailer that said something to the effect of, they are Earth's new predators.
Yeah.
We are the prey.
That was a pretty good line.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I thought it opened with a good line, too, about, I'm not fighting for what I lost, I'm fighting to keep what I still have. I think he said something along those lines.
Okay, yeah. So, it's like you said, it kind of just feels like a generic sort of...
Action sci-fi.
Yeah, like, run from the aliens. But, whatever. It looks fun. Will I see it, or will it pass? I might pass, but I might see it. I don't know.
Did you see 65 with Adam Driver?
No. It didn't really.
It kind of looks like that. It's like a generic sci-fi movie with 90-minute runtime and nothing special happening for it.
Yeah.
Actually, oh no, sorry. Yeah.
65. The reason I did that is because it just did not look interesting at all in the slightest.
It looked like it had potential. It really didn't. Nothing special.
Yeah. Okay, so our next trailer. Oh wait, are you seeing it or did you already say that?
I think I'm gonna see it just because I like action, but not expecting much.
I'll see it if I'm obligated. All right, so Gladiator 2.
Yes.
Directed by Ridley Scott. No surprise. Starring Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, Paul Mescal, and Joseph Quinn. November 22nd. What did you think of the new trailer?
Another great trailer for this movie. Obviously, we're both seen it. This is in our top most anticipated movies the rest of the year for both of us.
Yeah.
It also has Connie Nielsen. I believe that's how you say her last name. She's returning from the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's the only one, I believe, reprising her role.
Oh, wow.
It looks great. The water battle sequences in the Coliseum. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. I hope Paul Mescal looks like he's on a vengeance type spree like John Wick.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for an awesome time.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
I just don't let me down Ridley Scott like you did with Napoleon.
Yeah, no, I was already on board. I already metaphorically, this movie it had my ticket.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this either way.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, it just made me excited even more.
Absolutely.
You know, like
Looks
I
awesome.
can't get more excited. I already reached the top, so now I'm just like, yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff that looks really awesome. Oh, I'm gonna see it.
Yep. Absolutely. Looks awesome.
And what I do want to say is that I just saw a Paul Mescal movie for the first time. I saw it last week. It's called After Sun.
Okay.
This movie wrecked me.
Really?
Like completely wrecked me. I thought I was fine. Went for a walk after the movie. And then I started thinking about my life. And then it just hit me like a truck. I can't wait to see what he's doing next. And what he's doing next is this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Seeing it.
Yes, we're seeing it.
Cool.
I'm seeing
it. We have Flow, which is the animated cat movie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the trailer?
It looks like a good trailer. Like, it's looks like there's a big flood that's happened, and a cat's just trying to survive, and you're watching that.
Yeah.
Cinematography, animation looks great again, like The Wild Robot. It's got extremely good praise as well. It's won multiple awards at multiple film festivals already throughout the year. It also looks like a show me, don't tell me type movie where there's not going to be any dialogue possibly.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a human character in the movie.
And it doesn't look like the animals talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just a silent film, almost.
And the last animal type, quote unquote animal type silent film I saw where there's not anyone really talking was Sasquatch Sunset. So I've been burned.
Oh, your best film of the year? Is that movie?
So I've been burned the last time I've seen a movie where there wasn't talking.
Yeah. I have a cat.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for cats. Anytime I see a cat on screen, I'm just like, hey, baby. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see it. I like cats.
Just because I feel like it's gonna be hard to keep me engaged, I think I might pass, but
really,
it might change. You know, if I hear it's great reviews or if I see another trailer.
It looks like a peaceful movie to watch. It
100%.
looks like it just looks like peaceful art. Just
yeah,
you know?
It looks like a great time. Like I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad movie.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't know if I can watch something where I'm like just gonna have to stay engaged with cat noises for 90 minutes.
Fair point. And then we are going to take a break from our sponsors. Just kidding. We don't have sponsors. But maybe we will. So if you are a sponsor, there's your little in right there.
Better help, please.
Yeah, anyone can help, please. All right, so we have up next Sinners.
Yes.
Directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan. Coming out March 7th, 2025, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of the trailer? It's more of like a teaser, actually.
Well,
What did you think of the teaser?
It's a good first teaser. It's a vampire, I believe, right? Vampire themed. It's supposed to be.
That's what I've been told.
Yes. Michael B. Jordan's playing, I believe, his twin as well. He's playing two characters, which I can get why they do it, but I'm also curious why they didn't just cast someone, who could look kind of like him and just say like, oh, he's my twin instead of.
No one looks like Michael B. Jordan. He's too good looking. He's one of the most handsome people in the world. You're not going to find a person that looks like him.
There's plenty of movies where they cast people who are not twins or don't look anything like each other. But looks like a good start movie. Good start trailer.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld's also in it. And like you said, Ryan Coogler. He's great track record with Black Panther 1 and 2, Creed, and...
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, that
was his first movie with Michael B. Jordan.
He's had Michael B. Jordan in all his movies, and they've all got great critic and audience success.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. It looks like it's going to be dark, good thriller.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie actually looks like it's going to be very scary.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's doing his little Jordan Peele moment. Like he's having his Jordan Peele moment.
Ryan
Jordan,
Coogler?
yeah, like Jordan Peele was known for this one thing, comedy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, comes out with a horror movie. Right?
Well, he was known for... Well, Coogler's known for more, I think, action based off what it seems like so far in his filmography.
Yeah, action. Fruitvale Station was a...
Drama, right?
Was a really heavy drama about real life.
Yeah.
About a real life incident.
I want to see that. It looks good, yeah.
Yeah, and then to just go like, boom, horror genre film.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just proving his talent as a director.
Absolutely.
I loved Creed.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies of that year.
Okay.
Fruitvale Station was great. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm as well.
This movie has my ticket. I'm seeing this movie. You're seeing it?
I am seeing it as well, for sure.
Cool. All right, so our up next trailer, we have Thunderbolts, the new Marvel trailer starring David Harbour, Florence Pugh, and probably a whole bunch of other people that I'm not going to list. Comes out May 2nd, 2025. What did you think of the trailer?
So I think I saw most of this trailer already in the past because I think it got leaked, I want to say, a few months ago. So I got to basically re-see it again. I was like, why does it look familiar?
Yeah.
But it's a great first trailer. I love Alexei, played by Red Guardian, who is played by David Harbour. Is that what you said?
Yeah. David
Yes.
Harbour.
He's hilarious in this trailer to begin with and at the end.
Yeah. He's great in Stranger Things, so
Yeah.
it's like, if he brings that charm to this role, which it looks like he has, I didn't see Black Widow, so I can't tell from that. But
he's great in that too.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be a good time.
The most interesting part of the trailer for me is Bucky, because he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Obviously, he was one of the main two leads in that. And it seems like his character arc from that just got thrown out the window in this trailer almost. I'm looking to see... There's a scene early on where he's kind of walking through a congressional hearing or almost testimony.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what that's about. And by the end where he's almost chasing down Florence Pugh, Red Guardian, and the Walmart Captain America, we'll call him.
Okay.
So looking to see what Val wants them all to team up for, who's played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I think how you say her name.
Yeah.
So it looks interesting. I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts. It's also got an asterisk in the title, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I do not know. Looking forward to finding out when it comes out May next year.
So the new Marvel movie that's coming out, is it Brave New World?
Captain America, Brave New World.
Brave New World. So this is going to follow that.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen the last couple outings of Marvel. And but I do think that New World Order looks like it is going to be good.
Yes.
So I'm going to see that. And depending on if that is good or not, will be my answer to whether or not I see this movie.
I feel like this movie and Captain America are connected a little bit. Yeah. They both have very dark music and tone to them in their trailers at times.
Yeah. And they do kind of seem like they're political thrillers.
Yes, both of them. Val Louis-Dreyfus' character. And Harrison Ford, who got cast in Marvel now. I think he's going to be in this movie as well, I believe. I think that's already confirmed. So I think it'll be interesting to see what the political, like you said, the political dynamics are between Captain America and this movie.
Yeah. And
how they're connected. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this movie.
Great. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to see it.
All right.
We'll have to see. And then our last trailer of the week.
Yes.
We have Ballerina. From the world of John Wick. It's starring Ana de Armas.
Yes.
Coming out June 6th, 2025. What did you think of the trailer? Are you going to see it? Are you going to pass?
This trailer looks awesome. I was excited to see this movie when it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out June 7th of this year.
I was going to say, wasn't this movie delayed heavily?
Literally a year. June 7th, it was supposed to come out of this year. Now it's June 6th of next year, 2025.
Did they give a reason for that?
They wanted to add a lot more action to it, and they had The Crow already coming out, so they reshot some action sequences, added more to make it better. So I'm like,
interesting.
I was already pumped way beforehand before I even saw footage.
Yeah.
And then this trailer was awesome.
Wow.
All the main characters from the John Wick franchise are in this as well, and some supporting role looks like Winston, the late Lance Reddick, and I think one of his final roles, if not his final role for sure.
Yeah, seeing him pop up in the trailer is like,
Yeah, that was tough. And then John Wick looks like he's going to have a little supporting role as well in this. So that's going to be exciting to see as well, I think. Because I believe it's supposed to take place in between John Wick 3 and 4.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't see John Wick 4.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought number 1 was great.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was a little bit of a step down. Number 3 was great.
Yeah.
Don't know why I didn't see number 4.
Number 4 was great with action as well. I'd say the problem with number 4 is they got carried away a bit and did a little too much lean to suspension of disbelief action happening at times.
Like Fast and Furious type.
Yeah, where
action.
people are falling off buildings and then just like, I'm okay, I can walk it off.
Yeah.
And stuff like that where I'm like, they went a little too far.
Yeah, I mean they've always gone too far, but I guess
to one extent or another, but
you can't cross the threshold.
They went a little too far with 4, but it was still a great time.
Okay. This trailer didn't really do it for me. It's kind of just, like I said in a previous episode, it kind of just looks like someone just AI, prompted making a John Wick type movie with a female.
Okay. Fair enough.
Should I leave now?
That's your opinion. That's fine. That's fine. Hey.
Exactly. This movie could totally win me over with a second trailer, but right now it's just like,
okay.
Yeah. The action looks great. It's just not doing anything new for me to be like, wow, I'm seeing that.
Okay. Well, I'll be doing the out of theater reaction to it then.
Great.
In a year.
Speaking of out of the theater reactions, we're probably going to do a couple this weekend.
Yes.
Because we have some movies we're going to see. Or not see.
Yes.
Who knows? But I have on here, opening this week, Joker Fallait Adieu.
Yes.
Directed by Todd Phillips. Joaquin Phoenix returns with Lady Gaga.
Yep.
The sequel to Joker.
5-year sequel.
Are you seeing it?
I am seeing it tonight when you're watching this. I'll have an out of theater reaction later today. It is the original Joker was the first R-rated movie ever to gross over $1 billion at the box office.
Wow.
This one's also labeled as a musical, which I think when they did that, they kind of scared some people because then they released details saying the musical's people talking and not really like big musical numbers. It's more like lines in their head and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think people got worried and then they're like, oh, we need to correct this a bit.
I don't know why people did get worried hearing it was going to be a musical. I heard it was going to be a musical, and I was like, oh, sign me up.
It looks like it's going to be dark.
I want a bonkers crazy movie. That's what I want. And Joker, it was crazy. The original is, it's a crazy movie. Let's crank up the volume a little bit. Let's crank up the crazy.
It looks like that in the trailers where he's just all of a sudden he smashes a judge's head with a gavel. It looks like in the trailer.
Yeah.
He's running through New York with a bunch of other Jokers, and I'm like, wait, which one's him?
Yeah.
So, and there's big explosions in it and big musical like pieces where like, okay, this actually looks like it'll be crazy in a good way. So,
yeah,
hoping for a good time with it tonight when everyone's seen this.
Cool. The next movie we have up is Monster Summer, starring Mel Gibson. What do you think?
Trailer, doesn't look like anything too special. I haven't seen Stranger Things, but it looks like
you haven't seen Stranger Things?
I'm sorry. Did I just say that out loud? I didn't.
Malfunction. What? How have you never seen Stranger Things?
Looks like the movie of that.
It's at home. It's on Netflix. You just click play. You can watch it.
I don't have time.
You can watch it tonight if you wanted to.
I don't have time.
I know this is a theatrical focused show, but I am promoting Netflix tonight. Watch Stranger Things.
It looks like that, like the 80s summer movie. I'm like, oh, okay, it looks like it could be interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing too special. I'm gonna pass on this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought, it gave those vibes as well. I thought it kind of gave vibes of The Sandlot.
I got that too.
And then midway through, we see Hamilton Porter himself as the umpire in like that quick little shot where they're playing baseball. He was in The Sandlot.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah. He was Hamilton Porter, the little fat kid.
Yeah, I did get Sandlot. Yeah. I did get. Is he the one who was like all the quotable memes in it?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Him.
Yeah, so I did get
like a girl.
I did get Sandlot vibes from the trailer early on.
Yeah. This movie actually looks like it's something that I would be into. So will I see it? I don't know. I'm busy. I have a busy weekend. But I'm definitely seeing Joker.
Yes.
Don't know if I'll get around to seeing Monster Summer. And then our last movie, that is a wide release.
Yep.
Starring Helen Mirren, yes. Whitebird.
Yes.
I guess it's a spin-off of the movie Wonder with Jacob Tremblay.
Is that in that movie? I didn't see that. Is that like is there a younger version of one of the characters in this?
Yeah, so a character that they reference in this trailer had his own movie.
Okay.
Before.
Because this looks like I think I read it was kind of like this is a prequel and sequel to that movie, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
I never saw Wonder. It looked like a sweet movie, but it looked like it was going to be emotional, and I was just not ready for it, so I ended up passing.
Yeah.
But this movie looks like it's like an anti-hate type movie.
Yes.
It has that message clearly in the trailer. Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna see this. It's they're exploring it looks like it's gonna be a tough watch.
Yeah.
Themes about bullying, evil with going flashback to Nazi Germany, but then also, of course, like I've said before, like a movie where good's trying to triumph or also have a little its own light when everything else around is terrible. So it looks like it could be a good movie. Helen Mirren, Gillian Anderson. I'm gonna go try to see this one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on this one.
Okay.
But that's good. Yeah, if you see it, let me know.
Okay.
I'll look forward to your out of the theater reaction
Yes.
to Whitebird. We also do have another one. So Saturday Night is coming out in a limited release.
Yes.
Last week it came out as a very exclusive release
Mm-hmm.
that I did get a ticket for.
Yeah.
Showed up to the theater like, here's my ticket, I'm ready to see the movie. And then they went beep. Yeah, this is for Burbank, not Topanga. And I was like, oh no. And I was so depressed, but secretly happy that I got to see The Wild Robot instead.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, well, do you want to see another movie? Yeah, Wild Robot. Sign me up right now. So
Good trade-off.
I'm going to try to actually see, because I know Saturday Night doesn't come out officially till October 11th.
Yes.
I think I'm going to try to catch the limited release of this
Okay.
this week. So look out for our out of the theater reactions.
Yes.
So I think that's it for the show.
Absolutely. Yep. That's it. We got everything covered.
All right. So like I said a second ago, look out for our out of the theater reactions. We post them every time we see a movie.
Yep.
Shout out to my Denver Broncos for pulling off another win, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next Monday.
Bye.
Bum, 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 bum.